Hello and welcome back to Love Advice TV. My name is Coach Adrian and I help people find happiness in love. And that's why you're connected to our channel, and I thank you for your trust. I wanted to talk about today a topic that is dear to my heart, and which is how to win a spouse back. More and more married men and women have reached out, and in some ways, for some reason, you guys feel connected to me and to my story because I married the woman that I once broke up with, and we have two beautiful children together. And I think that my story gives you hope, and why a lot of married men and women out there, and perhaps that's one of the reasons why men and women out there who are going through turbulent times in their marriage want to reach out, want to talk on a one-on-one basis personally to find answers. And the truth is that a lot of times the issues are more deep-rooted. Damage has been done oftentimes over years, and it can feel overwhelming when you see your spouse completely change, when you feel that your life that you've built over many years starts to crumble, and where there is a real identity crisis of sorts as a result when you're facing the prospect of a divorce, losing this person that you love so much. So where do you begin when you are trying to win back your spouse? Well, you begin the way that we always do, by understanding what went wrong, by truly digging deep below the surface and understanding the levers and the elements of the relationship where you lost control and where trust was broken, where you failed to basically live up to your responsibilities as a partner. And because if you don't know what went wrong, it's not realistic to make things right and to make sure that you continue to stay happy together. You can guilt trip your partner into staying, you can fake it till you make it, but the issue is that you'll be watching this video again down the road unless you do this right. Once you figured out what went wrong, I think that you have to establish a roadmap that may take a little bit more time than most, because you can afford to do so. If you're married, it often means that your lives are completely intertwined. You've built a life together. Perhaps you own a home, or you have children or pets, and so you're going to be connected with your significant other for a longer period of time. And that's what I tell people that reach out to me in coaching sessions. Your window of opportunity is open a lot longer, so you can afford to be more patient and take your time to rebuild this the right way. And this may shock you, but you cannot convey to your significant other that you are willing to make it work at all cost, that you're willing to do anything. It's a mistake, because then your spouse feels that you're doing this trying to save the marriage for yourself, out of desperation, out of fear, out of selfishness. You're only concerned about how you feel and what you're afraid of, and not listening to what their needs are. Their needs for a new beginning, for space, to reinvent themselves. And so it's important that in your roadmap, part of your plan is to truly listen with intent to what your partner needs and what they're asking of you, and to actually give it to them, even if it means moving out, even if it means moving forward with a divorce, because that's how you build trust. That's how you build a platform whereby you can start to pull in the same direction. So I'm not saying that you need to run and get a divorce, but it's important to be willing to put your spouse's wants and needs above your fears. Don't be afraid to lose them. Don't be afraid that giving them space or living in different, houses and environments means a definite separation. I ask people to usually ask for a period of patience, whether it's 6 months or a year. If your spouse is dead set on leaving, ask them for this year of patience. Tell them that you will not come in the way, that you will give them the separation that they want, but that you want to make sure that you're making the right decision. and that you have no regrets for your kids, for what you've built, for the commitment that you've made. You won't come in their way, but that you want to make sure that you give yourselves time before you actually dissolve the marriage. And during this time, you can start to miss each other. You can start to see a change. You can see that the problems were not what you thought they were what they actually were. And during this time, you can implement your plan, you can find yourself again, you can regain your confidence and your sense of well-being. And before you know it, you are in a position where you can win your spouse back, because you're not in a position of fear, of desperation, of vulnerability, where you feel like they're going to walk away. You've accepted the separation, and you're able to offer something authentic and something inspiring. And I see this happen on a weekly basis. People that are able to turn a bad situation into something where their love is renewed and strengthened. And I'm really, really excited and hopeful for you too. As long as you approach this process the right way, as long as you're willing to put in the work, to be patient, not seek immediate results or not live out of fear, you'll see that good things are to come and that you can win your spouse back. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your trust. Please don't hesitate to reach out, either in the comment section below or to book a private coaching session if you'd like us to work together. Ultimately, I saved my marriage, and I'm happier than I ever have been. And this comes from the heart, genuinely. I've been able to reinvent myself along the way, and I believe that you can too. I believe that you have that capacity as long as you're smart and patient. So keep fighting the good fight, stay positive, and all the best.